When footballers meet celebrities, things get wild in the best way. It's not just about football or fame. It's about big moments, real reactions, and stories fans never forget. One minute you're watching a game, the next minute Will Smith is shaking hands with Neymar, or Ronaldo is crashing a birthday party. These are the moments when two worlds come together and everything just feels more exciting. What happens when stars from different worlds meet face to face? Who surprised who the most? Stick around as we go into the craziest times football met fame. Let's start with this starstruck moment at the Ballon d'Or ceremony. In 2021, Tom Holland, the actor behind Spider-Man, found himself in a real-life superhero moment at the Ballon d'Or ceremony. He wasn't there just as a fan, he got to hang out with some of the biggest names in football. One of the funniest parts is that he actually joked about sneaking Lionel Messi's jersey into his jacket. At the event, he ended up backstage, where the players were relaxing. That's when he spotted Kylian Mbappé. Instead of acting starstruck, Tom went up to him and started a light chat. Mbappé smiled and laughed during their short convo, clearly enjoying it. For someone who spends his life on red carpets, Tom still looked like a kid living his dream. But the highlight was when he finally met Messi. Even though Tom's usually calm and funny in interviews, he later admitted that meeting Messi made him freeze for a second. He said it was surreal. Think about it. Spider-Man, one of the biggest movie stars in the world, was starstruck by a footballer. That says a lot about Messi's global impact. Later on, Tom shared the story during the press tour for Spider-Man: No Way Home. He said meeting Messi was one of the craziest moments of his life. And for football fans, seeing Spider-Man rubbing shoulders with legends like Messi and Mbappé was a crossover nobody expected, but everyone loved. It wasn't a staged moment or just for the press. It was a genuine mix of nerves, respect, and excitement from both sides. At the 2014 Ballon d'Or ceremony in Zurich, Cristiano Ronaldo brought his 4-year-old son, Cristiano Jr., dressed in a miniature suit matching his father's. After Ronaldo accepted his award, cameras captured a spontaneous moment between his son and Lionel Messi. As Ronaldo held his son's hand, he noticed Messi nearby. He bent down, pointed toward Messi, and encouraged Cristiano Jr. to approach him. The boy hesitated at first, clutching his father's leg, but Ronaldo gently nudged him forward. Messi, seeing the interaction, immediately smiled and crouched to the child's height. Messi placed a hand on Cristiano Jr.'s shoulder and spoke softly to him. The boy, still a little shy, glanced back at his dad, who nodded reassuringly. Ronaldo watched with a relaxed grin, his arm around his son, as Messi engaged with him. After a few seconds, Ronaldo scooped up Cristiano Jr., and they continued mingling with other guests. Later, in interviews, Ronaldo mentioned that his son was a fan of Messi's playing style and often watched his YouTube highlights. He laughed about how kids don't understand rivalries, they just enjoy great football. The moment was brief, maybe 10 to 15 seconds total, but photos of the encounter went viral. It became one of the most memorable parts of the night, overshadowing even the award itself for some fans. No speeches, no drama, just a simple, genuine interaction between a child, his idol, and his proud dad. Back in 2016, a birthday party in Las Vegas became a moment to remember for one lucky fan, thanks to Jennifer Lopez. The global pop icon, known for her electrifying performances and larger-than-life personality, decided to surprise her cousin, a massive Cristiano Ronaldo fan, with a once-in-a-lifetime gift. The party itself was already buzzing, filled with close friends and family, but J.Lo had something extra special planned. She knew her cousin's admiration for Ronaldo ran deep, the kind of die-hard fan who never misses a match, follows every stat, and lights up at every highlight reel. As the night unfolded, the energy in the room shifted when Ronaldo himself walked in. Fresh off a stunning season with Real Madrid, the Portuguese football legend made his way through the party, his presence instantly amplifying the excitement. When he finally reached J.Lo's cousin, he greeted her with a warm hug, completely catching her off guard. It was a surreal moment. 1 second she was just another fan, and the next, she was in the arms of her idol. For Ronaldo, it might have been a quick, casual stop during his Vegas getaway. But for J-Lo's cousin, it was a moment etched in memory forever. The kind of story you never forget, where pop culture and football royalty collide in the most unexpected ways. For nearly a decade, two of the world's biggest superstars, Will Smith and Neymar, had tried to meet, but their paths just never seemed to line up. Missed connections, packed schedules, and traveling the world meant they kept missing each other no matter how many times they tried. But in 2018, Will Smith finally made it happen, and he did it in classic Fresh Prince style. Neymar was in Paris, fresh off his big money move to PSG, when he got an invite to meet a world-famous chef. Given his love for fine dining, he showed up expecting a taste of culinary greatness. Instead, as he settled in, the door swung open, and in walked Will Smith himself, grinning from ear to ear. For a second, Neymar looked genuinely stunned, the kind of shock that comes when reality takes a sharp left turn. But then, the surprise melted into pure excitement, and the two icons shared a moment that had been a decade in the making. They took selfies, shared laughs, and even exchanged a signed jersey, with the Eiffel Tower lighting up the Parisian skyline behind them. It wasn't just a brief handshake or a quick photo, it was a proper connection, the kind of unforgettable, star-studded encounter that sticks with you for a lifetime. Back in 2016, two of the world's biggest stars, Cristiano Ronaldo and Vin Diesel, crossed paths in what turned out to be a surprisingly down-to-earth moment. Ronaldo, fresh from another dominant season with Real Madrid, met the Fast and Furious star, known for his gravelly voice and on-screen muscle, and the vibe was instantly chill. When these two powerhouses met, you'd expect the usual celebrity handshakes and quick selfies. But this encounter had a little twist. As they chatted, likely swapping stories about pressure, dedication, and the thrill of performing on a global stage, the cameraman capturing the moment decided to steal a bit of their spotlight. As Ronaldo and Diesel shared a laugh, possibly about Ronaldo's insane workout routine or Diesel's intense stunt scene, the cameraman slowly tilted the camera toward himself, flashing a quick, mischievous grin. It was the kind of move you'd expect from a sitcom character, not a behind-the-scenes professional, but it slipped through anyway. Despite the unexpected cameo, Ronaldo and Diesel kept the vibe casual, leaning in for a few pictures, with Diesel likely tossing in one of his trademark deep-voiced compliments. They eventually wrapped things up, probably with a classic shoulder slap and a few mutual nods of respect. Fans later joked that maybe the cameraman deserved a role in the next Fast and Furious flick, where even the guy behind the lens knows how to steal a scene. Before he ever met Cristiano Ronaldo, iShowSpeed had already built his entire online persona around the football superstar. If you've watched even a single Speed stream, you've probably seen him burst into wild chants of "Siu!" or leap off his chair in celebration after scoring a virtual goal as Ronaldo. For Speed, Ronaldo was a living legend, a symbol of greatness, and the ultimate icon of football. Speed's obsession ran deep. He'd scream Ronaldo's name during his FIFA matches, plaster his room with CR7 posters, and even try to copy the star's workout routine, with much less success. He'd often tell his viewers that his biggest dream was to meet Ronaldo, dropping hints about it in countless streams. It was the kind of raw, unfiltered fan energy that made him so relatable to his audience. Then, in 2023, the universe finally lined things up. Speed got the chance to meet his hero, and it was as chaotic and emotional as you'd expect. When Ronaldo finally walked into the room, Speed's face went through about 10 different emotions in 2 seconds. Shock, disbelief, pure joy, and a hint of panic, like his brain couldn't quite process the moment. He practically screamed as he ran toward Ronaldo, nearly forgetting how to form words. His trademark chaotic energy was on full display, but for a moment, you could see the pure, almost childlike awe in his eyes. This wasn't just a meet and greet, it was the culmination of years of dreaming, shouting, and hoping. When two living legends like Lionel Messi and LeBron James cross paths, it's a moment that captures the attention of sports fans everywhere. In July 2023, during Messi's much-anticipated Inter-Miami debut, the two icons finally had the chance to meet on the sidelines, creating a brief but unforgettable crossover of greatness. LeBron, a longtime football fan, has never been shy about his admiration for Messi. Over the years, he's praised the Argentine star's unmatched skills and consistency, even sharing highlights of Messi's incredible goals on his social media. Messi, in turn, has expressed his respect for LeBron's dominance in the NBA, recognizing the shared pressures of carrying a sport on their backs for over a decade. As Messi prepared to make his first appearance in the pink and black of Inter Miami, LeBron was there to support, standing just a few feet away from the pitch. Before the match, the two legends embraced, sharing a moment of mutual respect. LeBron later took to Instagram to commemorate the occasion. Messi, known for his quiet humility, responded with a heartfelt message of his own, thanking LeBron for the support and acknowledging the power of their moment together. It was a brief but powerful reminder that even at the highest levels of sports, true greatness still recognizes and appreciates greatness. It's not every day you see one of the world's greatest footballers shaking hands with a former Mr. Olympia, but that's exactly what happened in 2016 when Arnold Schwarzenegger visited FC Barcelona's training ground. Arnold, in town for his Arnold Classic Europe event, decided to swing by Barca's base to meet some of the players. This wasn't just a casual drop-in. The bodybuilding legend is a genuine sports fan, and football has always been on his radar. He once joked that if he hadn't found his way into the gym, he might have ended up kicking a ball around a pitch instead of lifting weights on Venice Beach. When Neymar met Arnold that day, it was like two completely different worlds colliding, one built on pure muscle and iron discipline, the other on speed, flair, and flashy footwork. But the respect was mutual. Arnold, a giant even in retirement, towered over Neymar, but the Brazilian star had a grin so wide it could have lit up the whole training ground. The club presented Arnold with a personalized Barcelona jersey, a fitting tribute for a man used to carrying the weight of the world, at least on screen. In return, Arnold signed caps for the players, probably throwing in a few of his classic one-liners as he made his rounds. Which celebrity and footballer meeting surprised you the most? If you enjoyed these legendary meetups, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing stories. Catch you next time!